guys, it's Glenn from Glenn'sCarCollection.com. I'm driving my 2011 Audi R8 with the V10 and the manual transmission. And in this video, I'm going to give you my 3 favorite things about the Audi. Now, I've only owned this car for a couple weeks, put about 400 miles, but these are my 3 favorite things so far. So without further ado, well, very quickly, remember to like, share, and subscribe. So commenting and liking helps a ton in the video. If you're already a subscriber, hit the notification bell so you know when I post videos. Typically, I'll do 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes that changes depending what's going on with my real estate business. As you know, I'm a commercial real estate broker, so my clients have to come first. But let's get into it. All right, so my 3 favorite things, and again, it's only 2 weeks of ownership, so maybe I'll do a more in-depth video. First of all, the Audi R8s, I love the look. Even before I knew how Audi R8s drove, I was smitten by this look since they came out in model year 2008. So I'll say number 1 about these cars is the looks. And the most amazing thing about the looks, I think it's because the car's been out so long now, it attracts very little attention. I had a McLaren the same color as this, and people were stopping, taking my picture, following me home, coming up to me at gas stations. This car, not one person has come up to me, unless I'm at a car show with people that know the cars. But this car is pretty invisible, which is fantastic, especially because it's red. I'm surprised it's not white or black or gray like most R8s are. And I can drive. I don't feel like people are watching me, following me. I think people are just so used to the R8. I don't think they're against it, but they're probably like, hey, it's an Audi, not a Lamborghini. And I've seen R8s for 13 years already. No big deal. Even though you very rarely see an R8 on the road. All right, so number 1 was the looks. Number 2 of my favorite things on this car so far is the gated shifter. It's just phenomenal. This gated shifter click-clacking through the gears is absolutely amazing and worth the price of admission. If I couldn't find a V10 with this transmission, I probably would have bought a V8 with the gated shifter. That's how much fun the gated shifter is. Could you shift faster with a dual clutch or a non-gated shifter? Probably 100%. But I think the joy and the visceral involvement here is definitely in the gated shifter. So that was my number 2 reason. Now, number 3 should be really, really obvious when you think of these cars. What do you think of? I know it's Iron Man's cars, and you know the 2 things I said so far were probably obvious if you heard. Oh, radar's going off. The other 2 reasons are probably obvious. The good looks. A lot of people like this first gen look better than the second gen, and I'm one of those people. I do love the second gen. I was definitely shopping before this car came up for sale, V10 Pluses. I do love how the new gen looks, but I just prefer the old gen. I just think it's just a classic look, like the early 911s that just won't age. And then, of course, you can't beat the gated shifter. I mean, outside of a Ferrari or an early Gallardo or even a rare LP Gallardo, what has a gated shifter, right? So the fact that this has one, it just makes it worth the price of admission. And number 3, these cars sound, well, number 3, 100% is the sound. That V10 sound right behind your head with a mid-engine car, you can't beat it. Now, the V8 sounds really good too. You can even make a case the V8 sounds just as good. I just love that high revving V10 sound, whether it's in an M5 or M6. It just does it for me, especially in this car. So those 3 things together, the looks, the gated shifter, and that V10 sound, this is going to be a great classic for a long time. Now, the V10s are very expensive, of course, with that shifter. If that's passed you by, literally passed me by, I got lucky to find this one at a good price from a dealer, an Audi Porsche dealer. And you want the experience, I would say go for a V8 with the shifter. I tried to convince myself to get a V10 with the S-Tronic, which came out in 2014, just because I wanted a V10 car so bad. But I think you get a great experience too if you could do a V8 with the shifter. All right, that's my radar going off. All right, so that's my cue. All right, be quiet. That's my cue, guys. All right, so remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. I'll get some sound clips for you, I promise. I'm on the highway today. It's a very cold day. The GoPro's not going to stick, but I'll have an upcoming video where we'll do a ton of sound clips of that V10. Thanks, guys. Take care.